All right. Good evening, morning, afternoon, whatever time of day it is. Eating cereal for breakfast. Maybe we're cooking eggies or something like that. It's your daddy. Today is June 6th, 2018. Your birth year in October. Yes, yes. And here I am with your mommy, and I have 50 reasons why I love your mother. Okay. But first, I want you to look at the little elephant guy. I hope you have vague memories of playing with him, and I hope you might still possess him. And it's pretty cool because then you'll be like, oh man, I still have a little elephant guy. He's in that video from so long ago. This is my Expecting Father book that really had no information whatsoever that could really help me. But I did all my side research, and we're good. And here are your little ultrasound pictures, your little tiny little bean. But back to what I was going to read. Okay. 50 reasons, Tatum, why I love your mother.
Oh, God.
I'm not going to number them because I didn't number them. They're starred.
Okay.
I'm dysgraphic. You'll understand what that is when you get older. Your mother has a smile that melts my meanest of moods and can shine light on my darkest of days. We're both Virgos. And Virgo is a baby born in September. She was born September 1st. I'm September 20th. I'm also a year older than her, but that doesn't really matter too much.
Yeah, it does. You're old as hell.
29 at the time, gonna be 30, unfortunately, but whatever. So, you are an October baby, which I'm not sure what your birth sign is right now.
I think she would be a Libra, I believe.
A Libra, so that's like a scale. So, like, scaling it. Alright, so, Virgos. Next one. Her face. I love the symmetry. Because, and the bone structure. And you know what? That would probably make a Greek god blush. Her eyes. The blue is the most beautiful shade of blue. And I think if the sky was that blue, the world would collapse in on itself because of such beauty. Her sense of humor. She's the only person that can really make me laugh. And other people tell jokes or start funny comments, and I'll chime in with my own input, but I feel I don't even need to do that with her because we're on the same level with that. We're always snickering, laughing. When Mommy's not having a bad day.
Oh, God.
But it's perfect. But sometimes Mommy falls asleep eating. It's pretty funny. Her hand will be on the plate, and half food in her mouth. There's food in her mouth, and she's sleeping. Isn't that a choking hazard? Didn't anybody ever discipline her? Because you're not going to do that. Because I swear to God. All right. The face she makes when she sleeps, and I will show you this after this video one night, and you're going to be like,
Oh, my God.
She's considerate of my feelings. A lot of people in the past that I've been with have been very unconsiderate of my feelings and stretched me beyond my means to where, you break a pencil, can't bend anymore. So I'm very appreciative of that. She actually considers my time that I put in things and is nice. So, and we'll talk more about that later because you are never going to be with somebody who is mean to you. She tries to cheer me up when I'm sad. You'll find that I'm pretty much sad all the time sometimes, but, shit happens. I got pulled over.
Once she's born.
I've been pulled over 39 times since 2000.
As of right now.
As of right now, this moment in time, pulled over 39 times. I have a court date tomorrow for a cell phone ticket. No biggie. We'll go there. We'll get it handled. Don't you ever get a ticket. Except if it's for some stupid thing. Not some stupid thing that you could prevent. Next page. She's got a really happy voice. It's sweet. It's never a negative tone at first.
At first?
At first, it could depend on if I come back with something stupid that I say sometimes. But I'm silly. I'm silly like that. I'm very whimsical. You'll find that out. With our fun games and stuff we're going to play. How much she cares about things. Your mother is very considerate of things. She almost puts it out of her way to, cry about things going on in other countries to people. And, I've never really seen that too much in people, and the actual emotion.
Sorry, I have to get the charger.
The actual emotion that, comes in hand with that, I don't even get that. You know, and it's like I'll feel bad, and like if I could do something to stop something, I'll do it. But like you know, it's like I worry about now and here. You know, it's like my family. You know, how sweet she is naturally when she's happy. If she's in a really good mood, your mother, she's a very sweet person. You'll never find anybody sweeter. Don't get her mad though. I'm telling you this right now, because Tatum, you're gonna be a good girl, and she could kick my ass. Okay. She could kick my ass. You know, she's vicious, but she's the nicest person in the world. You know, she always wants to do something. And see, I'm a big homebody. I like to stay home, just relax. I don't like the drama of going. I drive all day. I drive 1,000 miles a week. So if I could just sit at home and watch, TV or something like that, it's like, I'll do it. Because like I already have my high percentile of being on the road and some stupid accident happening. So, it's like kind of like being a cop, kind of not being a cop. I'm not dealing with criminals. I'm dealing with idiots on the road. So like, and there are a lot, people put on their makeup while they're driving. How do you put an eye pencil? You'll learn about this from mommy, but never look in the mirror while you're driving and put an eye pencil on doing 80 miles an hour down any parkway or turnpike.
Unless you're a passenger.
Unless you are a passenger, but even then, be careful, because if they hit a bump, shish kebab. Your mother is extremely smart in multiple things, okay? Your mother knows everything there is about hair and skincare. She's worked on movie sets as special effects. She's been to school to do that. She's researched time and time again on different scenes of how to make horror movie effects and everything. Your mother is extremely good with that. Before your mother came along, I never touched paprika. I was like, paprika, that thing just sits up there. Like, what the hell is that? Like, maybe some salt and pepper on my egg or something like that. Maybe on a potato or like some popcorn. Like, why add it to the food? There's already a crap ton of sodium in it already from the ingredients that we have to eat. So like, but like, she spices it up. Bam, like Emerald. You might know who Emerald is. He might be dead by the time you're around to be cognitive enough to know who Emerald is. But, she knows a lot about poetry and art. Edgar Allan Poe, Vincent van Gogh, all those O's, Monet, the fucking, that museum that's really popular, the Waterloo, right, that's a museum, right?
I'm sure
some shit in Europe, it's just like, she knows a lot about it. She can draw really well, she might not want to be like, oh, I can draw really well, but your mother has a certain drawing style to her, and it fits, and she could draw that drawing style really good. It doesn't have to be perfect. You looking at me, Shan?
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be perfect. Your drawing style is good. If you make cartoons and stuff like that, that could be your drawing style, like Rick and Morty. Okay? Rick and Morty's a good show, Tatum. We will watch that probably around when you were 10.
No, earlier.
Earlier, if you don't use bad words, you gotta know the context of bad words.
Oh, that's true. They curse. Well, she'll be alright.
You can't go around thinking like that's how people act in certain shows and movies you watch, because it's really not how people act. That's just how that character acts, and they're not supposed to be acting.
Okay, she'll learn this.
All right. Supernatural. You're gonna find Grandpa Christie. He loves Bigfoot. He loves ghost shows. He loves all that. He has Bigfoot detecting gear, goggles that will see it. And see, I'm a fan of Bigfoot as well. I've done my research. But the possibility of Bigfoot being around, I really hope in your time they find it. Because that'd be freaking awesome.
Highly undoubtable, but okay.
Her love for horror movies, and, just the type of movies that, I like. It's like I don't really find people too much willing to watch all these crazy independent movies that I'll watch, because I'll watch the biggest BS movies in the whole world. Just like this movie, Tank 432.
No, that movie sucked.
That movie sucked. Maybe one day we could watch it just so your mother could remember that movie sucking so bad, and she'll make a joke about it, and we'll laugh and have a good time. Maybe a cup of cocoa. All right?
And I must say, my cinematography, information is, like, education about it is really good. So movies will always be great. Anyway, keep going.
Yeah. So, like, also her knowledge of animals. You'll find she might have a burning hate for birds. Okay?
I do.
So, no, she might find. Not that might have one. You might find that she has one, you know. But Daddy doesn't discriminate too much against animals. Centipedes, weird looking worms, I'm not trying to pick those up. You know, spiders, I'll try to help, but like I'm not trying to directly touch them either unless they're a small spider and not like vicious looking. You know, but like pick up a bird, try to save it, you know. Same with your mother. She knows how to massage dogs. Like I didn't even think like that was possible because like, you know, what if you hit a wrong spot, dog turns around and bites you, but she knows how to massage dogs. I hope you remember Mickey, and she knows how to massage Mickey. I hope you remember Candy. She knows how to massage candies, you know, but it's crazy, all right? And, you know, next, you know, we're a good team. You know, you're going to see that a lot. We're going to be like tricking you and doing power plays and stuff like that when you get older and stuff. Me and your mother, we're like this. Remember that, okay? There's not going to be any of this, oh, well, Mom said or Daddy, I'm going to ask Dad. Or no. If we're making a mutual decision and our decision is for the right thing, you got to remember that. We'll never make a decision to hurt you. We only make a decision for the right and the best for you. And that's a lot of kids forget that and get mad. But if you remember that, you will never be upset. You know? You know, I love that, like, you know, I get to give her a shit ton of kissies, you know? And, like, the kissies are good, you know, like that. You'll see, you're going to have that happen to you, too. But, you know, in the last couple of months, being that your mommy's, you know, carrying you, and a little cranky, I haven't been able to give the kissies, you know, and I almost got... She kicked my ass, trying to give her kissies. I told you, she's tough. All right? Your mother, laying next to your mother is like laying next to a furnace on high. All right? I literally burnt my leg one night touching her with it. Like, burnt my leg. How? How do you burn yourself on somebody? Like, she's about to spontaneously combust. By the way, Incubus, pardon me. Listen to that song when you were a teenager. Good song. Your mother has a very, not weird, it's cool, but like fascination with the Indian culture. Your mother tells me stories of when she was a baby, her mother would catch her, Grandma, Christy, that catch her watching the Indian channel, listening to music, doing little dances, you know. And I get it's the flary color, the different sounds, they're kind of like really relaxing and calming and stuff like that. Maybe you'll have an interest in it too. I don't mind the Indian culture. I know what I need to know about the Indian culture. You know, sometimes Indians can be a little pushy, but, you know, all in all, they're good people. They're just bargainers, you know. Me and your mother, we share a lot of the same views, you know. Sometimes your mother's view will be very radical about something, and then I'll bring my point of view into it, and we'll kind of come into a medium because then she realizes, holy shit, that's kind of true.
But I'm usually right.
We're both right because we both agree on it, but you're going crazy like, I'm going to go spray paint like the whole walls and release the zoo. You know, not like that. Not like not like 12 Monkeys. You'll watch that movie with Daddy one day. Your mother has a great style. You know, if you're very into makeup, Tatum, you like to wear like nice girly things and stuff like that when you get older, that's cool. If you don't like doing that, you like to wear like cool skater stuff or like you asked me what that is, or mommy, you know, or like hoodies and stuff like that. I have no problem with that either. You know, you can be whatever you want to be, and that's how I'm going to bring you up.
She's gonna be awesome.
Mother's got very soft skin. Probably brings us back to the part with the lotion and know how to take care of skin and stuff like that. Daddy, on the other hand, uses his hands for work. Daddy can strike a match with his hand. It's pretty crazy. Mother likes to play jokes on me. And I hope that you do not develop the same interest in some of these jokes. Her pranks include throwing paint at me, completely covered my room with paint, okay? Randomly splashing cold water on me while I'm trying to sleep, or in situations to where I'm giving her a little bit of sass, joking around, and supposedly that's the ultimatum, splash me with water. And it's not cool. And never tweak a nipple, alright? Scooping a nipple's personal bubbles. Remember that. Because, you know, somebody might think, they have a complex about, like, their nipples being out, you know? It's like, Daddy doesn't like that. Daddy likes to have thick shirts on where you can't see Daddy's nipples. Because, you know, Daddy has a complex about that for something that happened to Daddy in 6th grade. But let's not talk about that right now because it's a different story time. All right?
Baby powder.
Oh, the baby powder, Tatum. if you look around this room, and probably still, maybe still, when you're the age to really like see this video and stuff like that, you will notice kind of blotches of white powder on the walls. It was from the bombardment of January 2018. Your mother cornered me behind the door over here, and just dumped me in powder. There was a silhouette on the wall of me, where my body blocked the powder from going. I looked like I was 80 years old. Like, she antiqued the S out of me. You know, when we drive in the car, you know, we listen to music, we sing, we have a good time. You know, sometimes the music gets too music-y, where your mother puts on like the rap music that like I don't listen to too much. I'm not too much into mainstream music. I like my older stuff that I went to high school with and middle school with, and kind of branch from that and find new artists that sound like that. But you know, some of the newer songs, they don't appease to me. I never liked pop music. I don't dance. You know, I can't dance. For now, I'll slow dance. You know, if you have a wedding one day, I'll slow dance. You know, if me and your mother are at like a fancy party, I'll slow dance. But you know, people start going like this and that when a song's on, and it's like, should I be doing that movement during the song? Like, or like, what do I do? The shopping cart where I'm walking around going like putting things in my car? Like, I do the sprinkler sometimes, like the dice roll, like always like the boom, you know, throwing that up there, you know, and it's usually just as a joke, so I can get off the dance floor and go sit someplace quietly, you know, while the music plays. But it's all good, you know. The fact that she doesn't drink, and I'm not a big drinker at all. You know, teenage years, I didn't really drink really hard at that, but like, if me and my friends went out, yeah, we went to a party, but I was always the type that I would drink and I would get sick. Now, sick with me, my back starts hurting, okay? And I don't get it. Like, my shoulders hurt and my back hurts, so me and alcohol really don't mix. It physically hurts my body, you know? So, like, but like, I drink to the excess to where I'd pass out and then wake up a couple hours later, and that was basically like kind of like the high school thing, and I got over it. You know, it's like I've met other people in my life and had people in my life that, you know, drank too much, and I saw the downsides of it. You know, none of it in the family, but just people that I knew. So it's just never really appealed to me to keep doing it. And plus, like, it tastes bad. You know, every liquor you have, don't let it fool you. Just because it's got a fancy name, you're still gonna taste the liquor. It's gross. It's not a good taste. Imagine when you get boo-boos, right? And we take the rubbing alcohol to put on your thing. It, like, if you ever got that rubbing alcohol in your mouth, it's exactly what all the alcohols taste like. There's no difference in it, you know? But it's not safe to drink rubbing alcohol. It's a different kind of alcohol. So don't do that, ever. But don't drink, okay? It's really not that big of a deal not to drink. You know, it's like, you can still have a good time without it, you know? We'll talk about different things you could have a good time without later. All right? You know, your mother's feet and, like, her little toes, they're like, you know, they're cute, you know? Your mother gives me positive criticism, and like, I don't get that too much, you know? It's just like, people always think I'm gonna fail at something, you know? Or like that, like, you know, like, I talk to somebody afterwards, and it just seems like, it's like, oh man, like, you know, it's like, you did it, or like, talking to somebody about like, a thing that I'm gonna do is like, people start doubting me for some reason, and like, it really makes me mad, because when I do something, I do it. I get it done. I put my 100% of myself into it, knowing what I have to do with that task. I'll teach you how to do that. But, you know, like, your mother's always got something nice to say. You know, if I finish something, or has faith that I could do it. And, like, I love that. It's a very, very positive feeling. You know, I try to give that back to her because I have faith your mother can do anything. And you'll be able to do anything too, Tatum. You know, she's always willing to help, you know. Always willing to be like, I'll clean the room while you're at work, you know, and like, that's awesome, but like, there are some things that I want to clean up. So like, that doesn't usually end up happening, and plus, I want her to rest, because she's got the little Tatum tot inside, and, you know, it's in the baking oven and stuff, so, you know, when we listen to music, your mother streams grunge through, you know, Pandora, or whatever's popular with your generation, or even if you have the music that streams, maybe you'll have something that just sticks inside your head and you'll hear the music. You know, it'd be crazy. But grunge music is very good. You'll find Pearl Jam, Kurt Cobain, you know, Travis Meeks, Days of the New, you know, and many, many more bands from that era. They have great emotion, always great lyricism, you know. Kurt Cobain was a little weird with some of his lyrics, but you have to go deeper to understand it. But never get caught up in, like, what they got caught up in because you think it's cool, because most of the time if somebody's doing it and they're a cool person, it's just because that thing's bad, and the cool person shouldn't be doing it. So it's the same for them because it's still a bad thing. Mother's very honest, and like, even when your mother tries to lie, she's still very honest, because she can't hold true to her lie because she doesn't like lying. So it's like, you'll know what I'm talking about. I'll explain it to you. I got it down to a key almost a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I feel very safe with your mother, and like, when your mother started hanging out again, like, I felt safe because I actually knew your mother. It wasn't like I was going out and like going to meet somebody that like I met for the first time. I don't know what they're like. I don't know, what's gonna happen next month down when like she starts like loosening up, or the person starts loosening up and becoming like the real self. Like, I have a good idea from knowing your mother for so long of like her morals and like her standing on things and like how much she actually exudes and caring and things, to where I feel that I'm not gonna get hurt like I would somebody else. Like, that bond is there. Like, we have a bond, me and your mother. It's a very strong bond, and sometimes like anger might happen or something that might happen or stuff like that, but like, I never let that go, and I won't, because I will always be there. Your mother loves potatoes, and she's gonna sigh right now because like I've been making a lot of Irish jokes lately, but like I make French fries, they're really good. So I was eating potatoes before she came along. I even told your mother how to cook a potato in the microwave, because she didn't know there was a potato setting to cook it at one time. And her and your Aunt Dana ate baked potatoes that day.
You also taught me how to make chips when we were really young at my house. You taught me how to cut them thin slice and fry them.
Yeah, see, it's good. Yeah, I did, actually. I remember cooking that in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
Your mother is very interested in being healthy, and you'll find that your mother is a very healthy person. She doesn't eat big portions. She tries to eat the more healthier thing, and like, it really is not that much things that she does eat throughout the day that can be bad. We might go out a lot for food and stuff like that, but that's going to change because we want to start growing grocery shopping to save money, and we have staple food in the house. We learn recipes. We can make it better and healthier than the fast food places and stuff like that. Happy Meal might be appealing. The toy from the Happy Meal might be great, but we could just go there and get the toy if that's all you want. You don't have to eat all those extra calories in McDonald's. It's bad. McDonald's is not good. It's not regular ingredients, and I will teach you about that at a young age so you're not fooled by stupid things. Mother has like random anger outbursts, and it's usually because of something that I've done to like annoy her like really bad. Like, and it's not even like really bad. It's like, I'll be like sitting on this chair, right? Just mind my own business, and like I turn a little bit too fast. And all you think, and the bed moves. The bed moves, okay, and it throws her off completely. Like you think somebody took a doo in her cereal bowl, okay? Like her whole day is ruined, and like the day is already over because she's going to sleep soon. Like, a little knock in the bed. Princess and the Pea. That's what I like to call it. Also, if there's anything under the sheet, like, but like, that's one of the things I do. Maybe I'll make like a little noise, like, say if I don't hear her at first, because your mother talks very softly, and some of the tones I don't pick up on right away because something else is going on, and I'll turn and go, huh, but in that time I turn and go, huh, my brain's thinking of what the heck did she just say, so like I could just like know it right away, and usually I'm right. And then like she's like, oh, I said that, and then like I'll be like, oh yeah, you said that, and she's like, you already knew what I said, and then she thinks it's very unintelligent for me to go all the time, and like, sorry, it's natural, it's reaction. It's just like kind of like one of those things, where it's just like and like it just like I get like maybe 3 repeats back to me when I do that, and then like she forgets what she was gonna tell me, so I'm gonna start using pardon, and I think that would work a little bit better for a little bit, and then I'll think of another thing to use. All right. So you're gonna find I'm very silly, and I do very silly things sometimes, and I'm always trying to make your mother laugh, and you'll see it because she gives me this look. Okay, it's like a look that would probably like kill a giant dead stare. Kind of like, and you'll see this look, and it's like. But, like, to me, like, I strive for that look. because I know it got to her in a way. And it might not have been funny, but I know she knows I was trying to be funny, and she thought about how I was trying to be funny and got annoyed at what I was trying to use to be funny. Like the certain
Because
joke
it would be corny as hell.
well, this certain joke I have about like a pot calling the kettle black, which I used a different adjective to describe the color black, which is a no-no word, and I'm not going to say it on here. I don't care how old you are right now.
We're not going to say it ever again.
I'm not going to say it ever again.
It's unnecessary.
It's unnecessary,
And
but the context usually that I use it, I'm not a very mean,
Anyway,
malicious person. All right, yeah.
She doesn't need to know that you're a dick.
I got that look just now. Your mother has this smell to her, and like you'll find it, like you'll probably smell it too, like a different smell. There's two different smells. Like one is from Grandpa's Christie's house. You can smell like the laundry detergent, but like it has like their house smell, But then like another smell is, I don't even have the bottle around, but like it's this pink bottle. What is it? Twilight Moon? Purple bottle. Twilight Mist. Okay, your mother has been using this stuff since we were in high school. Okay, when she first lived with me, back when we were in high school, I remember my whole basement for months after she moved out smelled like that stuff. She'll have it and she'll spray it and like go leave, and like the whole week that she leaves, the whole room will. I'll even smell like that stuff because she sprays me down with it. Another one of those pranks. Don't you dare. All right. So, but like yeah, it's a pretty good smell. In excess, it might be a little bit too much. Like say sometimes where Daddy does have flatulence, and
And they friggin' reek.
And they reek, and it's rude to call somebody out on that because they're not doing it on purpose.
When your butthole smells like hot garbage and rotten eggs.
Does it not smell like hot garbage, Tatum?
Yeah, it does.
Tatum, I hope your gas smells the same way, and we can stink mommy out in the living room at night when we're watching TV.
No, I swear to God.
But so, like what was the point I was getting out of the flatulence? Oh yeah, so she uses her spray. It usually sprays me all over. Like I'm like wet and like basically like I came in from the rain by the time she's done spraying me down with this stuff, and then she doesn't have any more, and it's just kind of my fault because my flatulence. But I'll get you more soon. You just never go to any place that has it. Next.
Walgreens has it.
When your feet randomly wander over to me to get rubbed. Okay, sometimes I'll just be sitting there and like I'll just feel something tap me.
That's what you love about me.
That's one of the reasons. One of the things.
Yeah.
And like it will just be tapping at me, and I'll be like, "Where did this come from?" Or like I'm laying on the floor, and like all of a sudden there's a feet like laying like right next to me. Where did that come from? And I get like a, or like a, and like I'm rubbing the feet, And Tatum, I'll rub feet. I like to rub feet, but my hands and my tendons are shot from doing. I'll explain to you exactly the anatomy of the human wrist one day, Tatum, and you'll understand what I mean. But, so, I can't do it for a long time sometimes. But, when you're a little kid and your feet are like this big and they ever hurt, that's only like one movement like this with the thumbs, Shannon's foot is a whole like, and the plantar fasciitis thing, and then like the toesies, and like her calves hurt, like it's crazy. So, like, I try to do what I can, when I can, and sometimes it's half-assed, but... You know what? The best things in life sometimes are half-assed.
All times it's half-assed.
Oh my God. Your mommy has a lot of tattoos. Daddy does not have a lot of tattoos. Daddy has a lot of scars, from different times.
Because Daddy's scared of needles.
But I'm not scared of a tattoo gun. There's a difference.
No.
The tattoo gun's not going directly into my arm and injecting something underneath that layer, or going into my vein. The tattoo gun's just going in a layer and just pricking me a bunch of times. I don't mind that. Daddy tried getting himself a tattoo in 9th grade one time. Maybe you'll still be able to scar it, probably be more faded, but Daddy tried getting himself a cross. Daddy took a paper clip, outlined a cross, and started,
We don't have cover details to do jump.
But anyway, moral of the story is, I used pen ink. Daddy was sitting at his friend's house, tattoo's looking pretty cool. It's dark, right? Daddy gets the itch on a tattoo. It's a little bit of the scab comes off. The whole outline of the cross comes off, and there's no tattoo anymore. Because Daddy screwed up and did it the wrong way, which you shouldn't do, just like Mommy said. And that was my point of the story. It was stupid. I hope in your lifetime you get to meet your cousin. But like, when your cousin was first born, me and your mother took care of your cousin for that first month. And we did a really good job, joint effort together. You know, it's like I take duty at night, burp her, you know, and I feel it really like helped me more prepare to have my own kid. I always wanted kids. So like, you know, it's just like, I love kids. So like, I hope that we have a great relationship. Me and you are best friends. You know, it's like, but always remember that I am the authority figure because I've been there and I know, and my mother knows what's right and what's not right. What's going to lead to a good ending and what's not going to. And we have to be a team too. You are part of our team. You have to be on our team too. And triangle, because triangle has 3 sides. It's us. You know, so stick with us, because when you get to a certain age, we might seem annoying and that we're always trying to control you and you can't do what you want to do. But you got to remember that you'll be able to do what you want to do one day. It's just right now you're not ready. And not that you're dumb or stupid or anything like that or held back from doing anything. It's just that you don't need to be involved in certain situations yet because you still have more to do with certain things. The better things to do. Your mother has a very good sense of categorizing movies in her head, okay? Now, there's this movie called Sandlot, which we will watch. And I brought it up one day, and your mother is not a fan of Sandlot. But she categorized that as shit baseball movies in her head. And includes Sandlot, Field of Dreams, with what's that guy's name? Dennis Quaid. You know, he builds a baseball field, and all these dead baseball players start coming back to life and playing on his field and stuff like that. It's pretty lame. The movie Benchwarmers, which is a comedy movie, which is really good with David Spade and Rob Schneider. You might know who they are. They might still be alive by the time you're old enough to understand these movies. And you know, other movies that involve baseball is under shit baseball categories, you know. There's other movies, I can't remember right now exactly what other movies that I've said I like, but it falls under shit something category. You know, it's always just like, if I bring up a movie, it falls into a shit, like The Goonies. I don't think your mother's ever seen The Goonies. But you will see The Goonies because The Goonies is a pretty good coming-of-age story about kids who find a treasure map and go on a hunt for treasure in their town to try to save it from the realtors. Right?
Spare me.
Cry Me a River, Timberlake. Alright? But, so yeah, but, you know, she's got the categories that she makes in her head, you know. Your mother listens to me when I talk, and that's very rare. Like, I have a lot of friends. Maybe you'll meet Josh, you know, and, like, you're not going to understand until, like, you're older and be able to have conversations with him, but you'll see it when you're younger, and he's kind of like a, you know, gets his point out over your point all the time, and like you're trying to make your point and he'll still talk over you, where you're like, your mother will actually listen to me and then add her 2 pieces. And sometimes, unless I made her mad, then she puts her phone in her ear and does not want to have anything to do with me. And that hurts a lot. Don't do that to somebody. Your mother laughs. Say, like, if I do something that is detrimental to myself, like I'll stub my toe. Okay. The door won't open when I'm trying to bring things in. I thought I left it cracked open and I walk into it. Say, like, if I spill something on myself, you know, I stub my toe. If, you know, if I ever have an accident in my pants, which never will happen.
It happens.
Oh my God. It happened one time, a little bit almost, because I trusted the fart. And Tatum, you know, that's one thing you never want to trust is a fart, because you end up pooping all over your pants. All right? But, all right. You know, your mother gives really good hugs. Right now, her belly's kind of a little big, so, like, we can't, like, really, like, hug super hard, you know, and I don't want to crush you, you know, because, like, I'm afraid of those kind of things, because you're a little baby right now. Like, the other day, the phone app said you were as big as a weasel, and then the other phone app said you were as big as a can, so, like, make up your mind. Weasels are pretty big, you know?
She weighs as much as Cam.
But, your mother's head is very petite. It's very, like, if you put your hand like that on your mother's head, like, it's very, like, not, like, any malform at all. No malform. It's very, like, symmetrical, like, her skull-wise. And, like, it's pretty interesting, you know? Some people, if they shave their head, you know, would have, like, pointy egg heads. Or, like, say, like, when Daddy shaved his head, like, you know, like, my head was all right. You know, there was really nothing too wrong with me not having hair too much.
Besides it being big.
Daddy has a big head because Daddy is a big guy, okay? Um, Next page. Your mother likes to get her nails done a lot. You know, like, not a lot, but, like, when she can, it helps lift her mood up. And, like, you know, like, it's cool. You know, like, I never, like, really, like, been in a relationship with somebody who, like, focused on that kind of thing sometimes, you know. A little pricey here and there, but, you know, maybe daddy will take a class and learn how to do it himself so mommy doesn't have to go and do it. You know, my mom always did her nails herself. Grandma Lenson, because Sansovino's...
Great grandma.
No, my mom. Sansovino's a stupid name. Great grandma Lenson. That was your grandma's mommy and my grandma, who I live with, and I live with Great Poppy. You know, and hopefully you will know Great Poppy too, because he is one of the most amazing people in my life. Your mother watches the worst movies with me, like, again, example, Tank 432. You know, it's one of the crappiest movies that I might have ever saw because I couldn't figure the plot of the movie out. But then it turns out it was like some big co-op experiment at the end, testing something on some people. I don't even know. I don't know what they were testing, to be honest. But she stuck through it. She was a trooper, you know, and, like, I feel that she does that to kind of, like, broaden her horizons on suck movies. Like, because, like, we would have never known that movie, The Room, sucked. Like, Tommy Wiseau, like, you have to, like, look into that movie if you hear this, Tatum, and you're old enough to. Tommy Wiseau is the most worst European actor you will ever see in your life, okay? No expression whatsoever in this man. And he directed, $1.2 million movie? Mm-hmm. And it only made $1,800 in box office, Tatum. Mm-hmm. $1,800. How does that happen? It's horrible. All right? Now, you won't hear this until you're older, but your mother uses a very colorful variety of sailor quotes. You know, and we will explain to you later on in your life what sailor quotes are. Mm-hmm. And your mother gets grossed out at certain things sometimes, and she makes a certain noise, like, but I can't mimic it because I don't make that noise because I don't really, like, get too grossed out because Daddy's seen a lot of gross things in his life. But, like, it's pretty comical. If, like, you ever make her do it, it's pretty funny. We go to Burger King, you know, a good amount of time. Sometimes she has a random Burger King craving for, like, a Whopper Jr., and she doesn't even eat meat. Now she's eating meat because we need the more protein for you. But, like, you know, like, it's crazy. Like, you know, like, Burger King cravings. That was the one, you know. And last one is, I can keep going. I can keep going all night. Keep making more quotes and stuff like that, you know. But I think this is a little poem or something like that. I wrote these a little while ago. And, you know, I can't express all the ways you are the best. No one compares to you. You're the reason why there's still a heart beating from my chest. Aww. But yeah, those were the 50 reasons why, the list I made of your mother, why I love her. There's more that, like, you know, since I've written this, because this was a while ago, this is probably, I don't think I dated these at all, because I did not do that, which is stupid. Daddy will teach you how to,
when you write something, to put the date.
You know, but it was, next note was morning 4, you know.
Okay. Alright, so I'm going to stop recording.
Alright, that was that, Tatum, and I will see you soon, because it's, you know, what is it, June? June, July, August, September, November, October.
No, oh my God, never listen to your father ever. It's
June, October 1st, right?
So June is the month now, so it's July, August, September, October, 4 months.
Sorry, Tatum. Daddy was doing like one of those things that you could also be happy with, and kind of forgot like all the different things I was thinking about. But look at this, Tatum. Hold on. You will hear about the worst president in history, but this is Donald Trump, and I got this keychain. It was made in China. Okay, now it's called Trump Takes a Poop, and if you turn him this way, you know.
I'm trying to get a good angle of him. Put it like. Oh, fuck it, the flash is in.
Trump takes a poop. You know, so. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You know? And that's Donald Trump. I mean, I feel bad that one of our presidents is being made fun of like that, you know. This wouldn't fly in other countries. But, you know, I guess this is the joke that America has become because Donald Trump is president.
Okay.
Tatum, Daddy loves you. I will see you soon. And I wish the best that everything is going on right then. You know. But
Mommy loves you too.
Mommy loves you very much. But also remember this, you know, before you see this video, I probably will have instilled some of my wisdom onto you. Some things that you shouldn't do, some things that you should watch out for in your life. So will have Mommy. So I just want you to always remember that you can do anything that you put your mind to. You can be whatever you want. I don't care who does the job. I don't care if it's a guy's job. I don't care. Okay? As long as you're happy, you do it. You know, your mind is always growing. It is important that you, whatever you do, whatever you're struggling with, find an interest in it. You have to be interested in something, and then you learn it. You know, I used to go to school. If I wasn't interested in something, I would pay attention to something else. If I actually got interested into it, I would have done it. But I want you to know that, you know, do the best with whatever you do. Be independent and be strong. Never let another person control your life. No matter who comes along, they will not ever be important as you and your well-being. Put yourself first.
And eventually you'll find the right person
Who puts you first and respects you and doesn't argue or doesn't you know, be mean to you or say mean things to you or ever raise a hand to you, because if Daddy catches that, you will never see that person again. I can mark my words on that. And, you know, somebody who's not going to manipulate you or somebody who's not going to, like, mooch off of you, find a man who will hold the door for you. Find a man who will take you out to dinner, but you might want to go Dutch with them because you're independent and, you know, you want to pay half the bill. You know, find somebody who will make you laugh, who you can get along with and be friends with. You know, it's like, I understand, you know, somebody, you start going out with them and, like, it kind of changes your view on the person, but never let that, find somebody that doesn't change with. Find somebody that will stay with because your friendship is still there. It's just on a love level now because you care about that person so much. But never care so much about a person that it ruins the person that you are, because you are amazing and you will be amazing. And you are bound for greatness. And I will do everything in my power that I can do to help you with whatever you are having challenges with. If you need to learn something, I will help you learn it. If you are interested in learning something, I'll go with you and learn it with you. You know, I will be there for you 110%, you know, and I will provide for you as much as I can provide possible and do my best to be the best. And I will not back down on that promise at all. So there you go. That is my decree. And I'll see you in another video because Mommy said she's going to be taking more of this video. So this is pretty cool. This is like How I Met Your Mother, but we're still alive. You know, I don't even know the premise of that show, but I heard they were dead. I don't watch primetime TV, Tatum, because that's like sheep. Sheep will watch primetime TV. American Idol, Dancing with the Stars. You know, my grandpa watches that stuff, but like that's more based for his generation, old people. It's a lot nicer, not graphic and stuff like that. But like, I don't watch this stuff because me and Shannon currently have Netflix. And Cody, which we get free movies on, but it doesn't work most of the time because Cody's a douche. So, well, we got The Office, you know, those shows. You'll like those shows too. I want to show you all the funny things that me and your mother like. You know, your mother says, you know, oh, she's not going to find some of the stuff that you find funny. But I'm not going to let that happen because you will find everything funny, Tatum. This world is full of joy and full of funny moments and full of happiness. You know, you never let something linger in your head so much that it brings you down, because always know tomorrow is going to be another day. It will be another time for you to have another experience, to have a better time. And you can push forward past that and have an even greater day the next day. There's no reason to ever sit and hold yourself down. Branch out. You want to go rollerblading? Daddy will buy a pair of rollerblades with you and go rollerblading. It's not lame to rollerblade with Daddy because Daddy likes to do tricks and stuff like that. Daddy will bring a basketball to the park and play basketball with you. If that gets boring, because I know how that is, we put the basketball someplace, put on our shoes, we go walk in the woods, throw rocks and stuff. You know, not like crazy stuff, but like just in the puddle or something like that. Maybe catch a frog or two, you know. Nothing dangerous. You know, it's like, I know what it's like to be a kid. I have a really good memory, you know. If you want to ride your bike, don't think it's weird to ride your bike with Daddy. Daddy will dress so Daddy doesn't look like a stupid dad. He'll be like your friend driving around with the bicycle, you know. All right. this is a real treat because somebody has been very scared lately of the brand and the weather.
I
And
think it's her.
I'd like to introduce you to Miss Candy.
Hi,
Candy Cane. Miss Candy Cane will be 10 this year. She is.
No, she's already 10. She turned 10.
Miss Candy will be 11 this year. Great Poppy adopted Miss Candy last year. And she is the sweetest little pit bull in the world. She likes to give kisses. Can I kiss mamas? No sniffies. She's sniffing right now because she's kind of scared of the boom booms, the thunders. What are you doing? She's like picking me up. You'll find that Candy is very muscular there. Stop, there's no buffalo sauce in that.
Alright, well, Tatum,
Oh,
we will meet you soon.
We'll meet you soon. Here, I want to show her you.
Why? No, I look like shit.
No, you don't. You look
I'll
good.
make another one later time.
All right, Tatum, you're gonna have to wait to see Mommy in the next video. This is the first one, but I bid you adieu, which is completely cross of all the cultures I just did there. But like I said, Candy Cane, she's such a good baby. She's not a mean bone in that dog's body. Until next time, kid. And if I don't see you, have a good morning, good evening, and good night.
Alright, you can see me. Love you, Tatum.